RP when hunting up in North Texas, got a call from the landowners saying that hogs have been hitting his winter wheat again. And that's going to be the field out there in the green. This is video I'm getting after arriving at about 5:30 in the evening. Sun is just down on the horizon. And a little while later, I get this video with my Armory Zeus. Has some coyotes getting a drink from the tank. And for those of you that are interested in just seeing the shooting sequences, they're shown below. You can just fast forward to those times to watch the shooting. So I spent the first 2 to 3 hours watching the coyotes, watching the deer there in the distance, watching the jackrabbits and skunks there off to the left, just passing the time, till finally I saw this hog right here that had come in. It had actually come across the neighbor's pasture on the other side of the road and crossed the road and entered into my pasture that I'm hunting. And here's where I'm starting my stalk heading towards the hog. Now obviously I'm not going to shoot from here, I'm just getting some video and checking to see what it looks like behind the hog, and obviously I can see cattle behind the hog. This would not be a safe direction to fire. And so I continue onwards, working out just how it is that I'm going to take a shot at this hog without having cattle behind it. And I work out that I'm going to go all the way down almost to the fence line area. It's actually going to be off screen here. It's going to be downwind of the hog, so the hog's not going to smell me. But when I go to take my shot, it's going to be in a safe direction where it won't be towards the cattle. And here I've gotten to my stopping point. And this hog is doing some rooting, but I don't think this is the one hog that's doing all the damage the landowner talked about. But he was doing damage, so he has to go.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
He turned out to be a 140-pound boar, and I returned to my observation spot. And a little while later, hogs came in from the east. That looks like a pretty good sized sounder. Unfortunately, they are upwind of me, but at this point the moon has come up, and as I'm making my stalk, I'm actually leaving a pretty good shadow behind, so it's pretty bright. And as you can see, this deer right here is taking notice of me. And I'm holding more interest for it than are the hogs. Looking at the sounder, it looks like about 20 mature hogs. I don't see any piglets with them at all. And tonight I'm going to be using my Lone Star Armory TX15 Multi-Purpose Carbine Enhanced Shooting 6.5 Grindle Hornady SST 123 grain factory ammunition. And getting video through my Chichicon IR Hunter Mark III. And doing all my spotting with the Chichicon IR Patrol. Here I've moved up about as far as I'm going to get, and I'm just taking inventory of the hogs and noting how spread out they are. They're not all bunched up like they were earlier.
Oh boy.
So I figure once the shooting starts, all the hogs are going to be running back in the direction that they came from, which will be this way. But that's not going to go quite as I had anticipated as I take this opening shot. Notice the hogs run off to the right, towards me, and then back to the left. And I have hogs passing by me on all sides, and I spin around because I heard hogs coming up behind me. Unfortunately, they didn't come by close. And I pick them up, running off in the distance. But I hear the wounded hog off to my side, scan it with my hand scanner, and try to pick up these two runners. That first shot was a little bit behind the hog, but the second one stops. Down she goes. Now for the hog I missed previously, I try to calm down just a bit.
Nope.
And I miss it again. Those hogs aren't in a safe direction to fire. I scan looking for other hogs. Notice this one hog that's still upright. I pump 2 rounds into it to make sure that it stays down.
Not bad.
And I have 6 hogs down, starting off with a 270-pound boar, followed by a 170-pound boar, the smallest boar at 135 pounds, a 155-pound sow that may have been pregnant, a 170-pound sow, and a 160-pound sow that was my long shot of the evening at 215 yards. While looking for that last hog, I spied this good-sized boar that came in, and I thought he was alone, shut off my recorder too soon, looked up, and there was another hog out in the field. That shot went through the cheek and into the neck. The follow-up shot missed. And right now I don't have a shot on it because of objects in the background. And it disappears into a ravine and comes up about a minute and a half later. And here I'm waiting for it to clear the stuff in the background. Now I've got a safe shot. And it goes down. The first of these latecomers was a 235-pound boar down at 120 yards, and the second was a 250-pound boar, first shot at about 180 yards, and then 55 yards. Carpe sus, my friends.